Hello! Today, I'm gonna be streaming. So that's fun. I'm having fun. It's a great time. The audio sounds alright. So, we're gonna, as you can see in the top corner, right there, I have downloaded Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, this is the first time that I have played a Doki Doki Literature Club since like 2017. Now, if you go into my Steam account, it'll say I played it once in 2020, but I just opened it up and looked at the menu before closing it again because I was scared. I had not actually played the game since 2017 when I beat it and cried. So, I suppose, here we go, we're gonna play the game. But first I'm gonna copy the link to the stream. I'm gonna share it in the Discord. You know, we're just starting up. We're just having a good time here. Just chilling. Yeah. Hey, you like the crop top? Whoops. It's got a... I like the little cat. Sorry for flashing you there. But I just wanted to show the... I just think it's cute. It's got a little cat on it. Yeah, I'm just sharing this to my Discord, which, if you want to join the Discord, the link is down in the description below. And yeah, I hope you do, because we could always use more people in the Discord. It's a chill place most of the time. Sometimes it's not. But yeah, here we go. Let's just start it up. Okay, so it appears to be an issue. Oh no. Oh no, I've messed up already. Okay, so it's showing on the wrong monitor. The game is showing on the wrong monitor. That is great. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No. So I accidentally left the thing on. Sorry about that. But here we go. We're good now. Everything's set up. We can just get the game going. And it's still not working. Okay, so we're technical issues. Technical issues at the start here. So my apologies again. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to the exposure of highly disturbing content. This is already making me feel things. Because you see, when I played this game originally back in 2017, I genuinely had no idea what it was all about. I thought, oh wait, psychological horror? They must be joking. No, they were not. They were not. They were not. But even then, it is just a fun game. For a bit, it is just a fun game. So let's have a good time. Phoebe. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw at herself. This girl Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe because I only decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Phoebe. Well, people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me, after all. At least you didn't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee hee. You like my voice acting? Just, fly. So I can... Just doing that so I can move my, Yeah, okay, so yeah, now it's, now I don't have to move my cursor to, like, the other, so it now makes sense, like, the cursor can move. You see what's happening there. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute. By the way, Phoebe, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you wanted to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of many conversations where I just decisively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. At least keep your promise to me. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Will you at least promise me you'll try a little harder? Will you at least promise me you'll try a little harder? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. That's really what it's like. Exaggerating everything. It's really what it's like. Exaggerating everything inside your head. Building up everything that's in your life until it just forms a wall, an impenetrable wall in your mind, and you freeze up because you're trapped, and you feel like everything's against you, everyone hates you, and at the same time no one cares. So you just want to retreat into a bubble and do nothing. And while you do that nothing, while you rot, you hate yourself for it. You look at what you've become, you look at what you're doing, and you hate yourself. But anyways. School is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs! Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch up to you coming out of the classroom, but I just saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the person who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'm bringing new members. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, the section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the classroom door open. I told you, don't call me a new member. No, that's the Sayori's voice. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. That is the story. That is the story of the game. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Phoebe, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets all moody. Sayori says that quietly to my ear and then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, that's right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Phoebe. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Phoebe. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? And how about I make some tea as well? And how about I make some tea as well? Sorry, mentioned it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens up the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea where you'd go to baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sarah grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I made them for you or anything. Yeah, I thought you technically did, so I said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright, alright. Give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. We keep a whole tea set in this classroom. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, yeah, I guess. And don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. And that's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Well, I'm afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decide to join your own club? Start your own club. Probably a board member for any of the other major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Ah, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. Put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. To work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica says... Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Phoebe, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, seeing how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? There you go. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I definitely grasped at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? Really? I wouldn't have Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Really? I wouldn't have Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I can't. I was thinking maybe I'll try and give Yuri and Monica an Irish accent, because that'd be funny. But no. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, usually I like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you're working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sari slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have the writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Phoebe? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join the club. Zora may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, sorry, I thought, Phoebe, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decide then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Phoebe, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Phoebe, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. Guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Now here's the issue. Who do we pick? Thing is, I'm honestly not sure. Because when I played the game originally, I went for Natsuki. I don't think I actually really saw the side paths for, like, these two characters. So I think I'm gonna shoot for her. And then what I'll do is, before the moment, I'm going to save the game, and then play through just so I can see what happens for the other two characters, before I then move on, continuing with what happens at the moment. Hurt. Broken. Breathe. Shame. Anxiety. Depression. Existence. Melancholy. Oh no. Disoriented? No. Fun. Tears. Incapable? No. Okay, so it's... Imagination? Oh. So, honestly, it could end up being either one of these that end up going on. Cry. Heartbeat. Hopeless. Scars. Tragedy. Happiness. Okay, I think I've got theory. Hi again, Phoebe. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back to the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Phoebe. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the literature club when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Surrey told me that he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if he just planned to come here and hang out or what, But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki certainly had a big mouth as someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. He always gives it. As long as having fun. Helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Phoebe can become good friends, too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to a weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? No, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. That's what I do. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. What's the history button do? That return. This needs time to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Well, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Well, here. I wanted you to feel left out. So I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? Doki Doki is good. Adjuki 9889. It is good. I'll be honest, it is stressing me out playing this game a little bit. Because I remember. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Mona to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sir and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in a closet. Man. Looks like no one wants to be bothered today. Slump down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm getting a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. Probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. You just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Now, what do you mean? Even if we could come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. It's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing and speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could, cupcakes. Good thinking. Tsuki would love that. You're right. Tsuki makes the best cupcakes. It works out perfectly. That's why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Find myself smiling. Again, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. Suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it'd be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! When I find Sayori's face filling my vision, nearly fall out of my chair. Yeah, sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I'm glancing over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Yeah, it's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Just give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sarah, it's written all over you. Sarah glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out by the side over around here. Ah, I run my fingertips down the side of Sarah's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's just more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because I don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your brassiere buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Now, I get this, and it's good. The writing's good. The writing's amazing. But hypothetically, of all the reasons why a person would not be getting a partner, or attracting a partner, I feel like maybe not having the brassiere buttoned up would not be one of the reasons as to why not. You know? Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Start to button your blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is it? Well, I just think about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. This button might come off. Why's that one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you'd have known sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, it feels strange to see Sarah's blazer buttoned up like that. It's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth that at all. Sarah hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, so much better. Sarah puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really better taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning? You're doing it again, Sayori. I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Phoebe, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Mitsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I'm going to show it to Monica first. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Phoebe. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, Phoebe. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we're all gonna learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sorts of things in common. Oh, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe when I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. You can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Yeah, I know. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. Peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. He, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gone pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, it's something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That is my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I want to show it to Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighting. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You didn't really do anything wrong, Yuri. That's, I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? It's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? He stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, trails her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. There are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they end up trying to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. When Theory finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go with writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice, learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Mitsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing herself to me or to Mitsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Must be this one. Last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. Last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took a long time to read it. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Phoebe. Really? Must totally miss the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets express their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Phoebe. Me too. Natsuki. Phoebe, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. Wait, expecting you to believe you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in the effort. It all starts somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I gotta share mine now. And knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race. Owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Sayori. Oh my goodness. So good, Phoebe. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, honestly, yeah, when I originally played this game, as I mentioned before, I did choose Natsuki. Natsuki was the person I went through, and like the scene that the main character has with her, it's really good. Like, it's really so cute. It's adorable, and like it's tragic and whatnot. And I don't want to go into spoilers because I'll be streaming this game, but it's really nice. But honestly, I think that there is something to basically everyone here, like Sayori and Yuri, and yeah, I just think it's neat. I feel there's something to all these characters, and I could see if there's genuinely a reason. How do I put this? If any person told me that any one of these characters, any one of these four, was their favorite, I'd say, yeah, fair enough. There's a reason for that there. It's justifiable. But for me, I honestly don't know. They all have a different thing going for them. Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I can understand you better than a lot of the other people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's just not a poem. It's not just a poem. It's a Phoebe poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sir hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. I gotta drink. My throat hurts a little. Old Jamaica ginger beer. Non-alcoholic, unfortunately, but I mean, consider subscribing to the channel. Because YouTube's gonna delete my main channel because apparently some of my old videos qualify as child endangerment. So this is my second channel, my gaming channel. Is gonna have to be my main channel. Even though it took me 7 years to get 430 subscribers on the main channel. Still, no one know it sort of hurts, but still, like, you always gotta start from somewhere, and I suppose it's glad that I got started on this before, the main one got nuked. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Thank you. Thank you, Anjiki. See, okay, on this channel, I do like, this is my gaming channel, and I've done some speedrunning. I've tried Nuzlocke, but I just I failed 5 times and gave up. But yeah, I like this sort of game. It's fun. Just thought this is me getting back into YouTube and streaming and whatnot. And if I'd go to a classic, a game that I streamed back in 2017 on the main channel, back before I made that about something else. So I just getting back to my roots. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, Trying new things like this is for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Heh we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I mean, you could, because, say hypothetically, she wrote half of the poem when she got home, and the other half before breakfast. But that's not what happened. She did indeed forget to write. Yeah. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. Still trying my best. Also, to the chat, I'd like to ask you a quick question. Would you leave if I left for a second, just like, cook up instant ramen and grab a can of something to drink, because I've been streaming for a few hours? Would you be alright, would you, if I just left for like a little bit, so I can refuel on my it'll be like just a few seconds before I come back, and then I'll have to leave again to grab the cooked ramen once it's done in the microwave. Okay, so yeah, didn't mean to say that as a bad poem, so I'll leave you there. I'll let you chill in the music. Oh, while I'm gone, I'm leaving up to you. Tell funny jokes in the chat to entertain anyone that might come by. I have returned, and I'll have to leave again in a couple minutes, but until then, came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Yep. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Heh. Well, this was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Itsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, staring at their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Itsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Itsuki dismissively turns the first poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I wouldn't have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sarah liked it. And Phoebe did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. Appreciate the offer, but I spent a really long time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect to change anything anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Phoebe liked my poem too, you know. She even told me I was impressed by it. So the character of the visual novel protagonist has the he, him pronouns. I don't. But it's the story. I'm just gonna have to go with it. Whoops. Suki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Yuri just jealous that Phoebe appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Phoebe started showing up. Suki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as they noticed I was just standing there. Phoebe, she's trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, she wouldn't have happened. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Phoebe. Wait, there's a reason why you have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Phoebe? Well, how'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Well, whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course, that's gonna be... Help me, Sayori. Suki. So I turned to Yuri. Yuri? Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. Can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Phoebe. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sierra wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Itsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Itsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give so many feelings with just a few words. Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Itsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same size as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sarah stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Mitsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. Gonna go get my ramen. So this is why Sayori's vice president. I whispered Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. I'd hate to see her get herself hurt. Thanks, two of us. Count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to turn. To not. To turn is a negative connotation to it. To not. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Phoebe, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Phoebe, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sorry beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. And what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Mitsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I see them fight like that. Promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Phoebe, it's nice that I can spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is gonna be so much fun. Sigh. Really looks like Sori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Next day. Oh, poem. Poem time. Agonizing? No. See, sometimes it's difficult to find the difference between a Natsuki word and a Yuri word. Because, like, they're kinda... Well, Yuri's edgy. Yeah, that's fine. Sayori's very sad. Disoriented? No. Childhood. Hopeless. Wonderful. Suicide. Oh. Bed. Peace. Scars. Melancholy. Oh. Fear. Tears. Empty. Kiss? Oh. Lazy. Breathe. Friends. Depression. Anxiety. That did not get Sayori. Sayori is not the anxiety. Sayori is the depression. Smile. Pain. Yeah. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Phoebe, yes Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. Guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Now we take a look at your purse, Sayori. Why all of a sudden? No reason, really. She really wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets all of its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Aha, I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. Here's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. Feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Phoebe to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you really only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. Get too absorbed in the book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. Actually, there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But it wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Mitsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Plop. Kya. Kya. Now, what was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Restitution. I was gonna give it to you. I heard you blab about the cupcakes. Totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Tsuki, so nice of you. So happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori clamps her hands around her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her chair and goes behind Natsuki, wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie in hand, Natsuki reaches to nudge Sayori off. Suddenly leans down and takes a bite off Natsuki's cookie. Hey! You seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. Really popular after all. You don't think she has a... I won't be surprised. It's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was at study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. Makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Is where you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kinda started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. It's so cool. My throat hurts, so I'm going to drink and eat for a bit. Play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Phoebe. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to put pressure on you or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sure, Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Wanna come with me? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica are gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. You're going with Phoebe to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with you. But I want to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Phoebe? Yes, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. Fall behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are you doing for the festival anyway? I'm sure how you make an event out of literature. Heh, me and Monica have planned it all out. Don't you worry, is that so? Yep, we're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take their turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Sounds kind of dull. Phoebe, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, say the poems like, between my feet, the last rain flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, pressing the final joyous silence between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? From now, when I look in every direction, once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how'd I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You mean me. Working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary. It's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. I don't say that, it's embarrassing. Guess that means I'm doing a good job. I guess so. I'm so excited! The festival is going to be so much fun. Sarah spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Phoebe, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sarah brings a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sarah starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find. I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah. Sarah bends over and smacks her forehead right onto the shelf. She falls into the floor, and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sarah clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Sayori's sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Phoebe? Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to... I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Oh, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sarah on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. I know Sayori likes apple juice, I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returned to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. Hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sorry, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, you'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Phoebe. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? And what do you mean? I used to play outside all the time. I always try to keep up with you. I'm kind of oblivious in some ways. Like you usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. Sometimes when I tried doing things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. You would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you'd blame yourself and you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. Guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't really pay attention to you. In a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. Wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Phoebe, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I really do think this kind of thing all the time. Guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Maybe. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair of me to make any promises, but... well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. But remains silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. Guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Now if I hide it under my bangs... Sayori hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ugh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Come on, we make it back to the classroom. Ah, you're back. Good time. I was about to start with sharing our poems. Yes, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about... I was playing with the crayons and it smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? Oh, I have it right. So frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper, too. Ah! Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Phoebe. Oh, Sayori. Failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. Start working on our posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I returned to my seat. Are you gonna go in the same order as last time? Hi again. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. You do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm teasing. You know it takes bedtime to make friends with everyone. You and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share time. And talk to me every once in a while then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh, no, it's nothing like that. Just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. Sorry if I was putting on pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one's turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing around with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really sort of makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What are you even talking about? Ah, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. It's pretty good, Phoebe. You're influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of granite. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things that you see and hear. It's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. This is the poem you wrote for today. Here he nods and timidly hands over a poem. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my windows. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its place and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. It's the very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I branch my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. And I feed myself again. Oh! Metaphors. Metaphors there. Oh, I'll be honest, when I originally, because I remember reading this a while ago, about raccoon and feeding it. But metaphors. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, baby? Well, yes I do. I think everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes. And some things can make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. Yeah, so I suppose it's like she said, it's a poem that can mean different things. Because, like, what I read into it was, like, I feed myself again. Cutting knife. Rush of blood. The person speaking is the raccoon. They are... is the raccoon. And the bread. But the cutting knife is just a cutting knife. And the feeding is giving into an urge to do something. And that's my interpretation of that poem. So Nasuki... Well, I can't admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sora's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. You never really struck me as her type. Sora has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. A little unnecessary. Think it this way. Weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. Say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem? Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. So I'm not friends of hers. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. Or her friends start to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter that she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. It's not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. Helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. You know anyone like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that if you're afraid people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares about something like as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. People shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. But Zuki has trouble finding words. Guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. I mean, her writing style is really different. I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. So I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Phoebe, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but the poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's odd to use the right poems when I'm thinking about you. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? You somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. I have this kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Phoebe. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. You completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Have you been listening anymore? Oh, whatever. I'll give this to you when we get home. Really? Broke my pencil. Sarah hastily bends down to pick the pencil she dropped. Being inattentive of surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend right down and pick up the broken pencil. Sorry clutches the desk behind her to support herself. Knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Sit down, Sayori. Yeah. Grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. It's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection of bottles makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging, digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and come in my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them all from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They are shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wait, Grant. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I bet she did. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. So it's kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. Thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. And keep writing until I die. I'm sure you will. Sarah's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I'm wondering if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? There's something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. It's about the festival. Sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Siori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during events. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing. Performing? Monica? We're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is, we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Zori's putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess that kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think that we should give our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event, put out a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Tsukiyuri remains silent. Sayori looks worried. Yes, that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. Least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to write to get it over with. Alright. It's you. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, it'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. You're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, it's too sudden. If you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to a specific poem she had in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. A clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. Oh, so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are we getting ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Well, Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As it gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure. She enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality. Oh, the ghost gray. And glances around her, asking if she's bewildered. As if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward to give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we're so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Surya begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Saori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from a Saori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Saori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone than I thought I knew and through. Saori finishes, and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Saori. Even Phoebe liked it. Guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Saori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you quite nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, it seems like the poems of yours were that sort of gentle delivery. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, what I've been practicing that sort of thing. It's kind of embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not used to streaming that much. This is straining my voice a little. Suki. Don't make me go before Phoebe. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Phoebe lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki. Of what to read. I'll just have to go what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put any energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. So I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. It's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. Oh, this is killer on my voice. It's only been 2 hours. This poem is called... Why are y'all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Ha. Anyway, the poem's called Jump. Suki takes a breath. She starts reciting the poem. Her sour attitude disperses a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Suki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving a life to the poem. Itsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. I wasn't so mad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Ah well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's surprising, Suki. It'll be the other way around for me. That's just how it is, so. Well, I guess that in that case, you don't have much worry for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, you should probably find some other poem to recite instead. It's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort in the club. It makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll be finished playing tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Like you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, it's okay, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how, we get to... Sorry fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day you're asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of me putting me on the spot here. Well... I would still walk home with Sayori. You really think that I'd ditch you for Yuri? But you're so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Phoebe. Think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure it out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care about so much. But I want to respect her and keep her happy, too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Who knows, indeed? Nature. Smile. Tears. Hope. Pleasure? Yeah. Forgive. Alone. Prayer. Dream. Secretive. Vertigo? No. That depression. Melancholy. Oh. Fear. Hurt. Okay, I know who it's gonna be. If I click Lust, I want to find. I'll do that later on my Yuri playthrough. Unending. Childhood. Special. Cry. Unstable. Okay, I think that's still leaning more to Sayori. Aw, man. Last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Practicing piano again? Yeah. Haha. Must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club won't be here if it wasn't for all of you. Sure happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Were you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. Talk about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Come on. Saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Yeah, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Cuz, it's right in your name. Monica. Huh? It's not how you say my name at all. That joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. Wave my hand in front of her face, eh? Just spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. Go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Cherry shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. Hurriedly glances at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. The conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through her papers at her desk. Phoebe, what's up? This might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast recently. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who was idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Phoebe. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She was talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know this is not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? Seems like she won't be left alone. You sure? She's a hard time bringing up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Saying like the thing on her mind is you, Phoebe. Me? How did you come to that conclusion? Well, probably shouldn't say too much, but Sarah talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sarah's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not different now than how she's always been. Well, you're so funny. We thought about, you've always seen her so cheerful, because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. Sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so don't think about it for now. Right. Monica smiles meaningfully. No, she said to forget about it. But I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks to the room where Sayori is sitting. Watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do now when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone. Some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Monica. Hi, Phoebe. $5 poem got submit for the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'll sure it turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Aha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Aha. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. It's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Though we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing her much of it this past year. Since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot more time together again. I see. That reminds me. About how Saori's been a bit off today. Did she tell you something? Ah, well... Phoebe, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I'm treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It'll be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Saori's been acting much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. When all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry gull, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I'm not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. This is kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. So if we all had the same answers... Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Huh, aren't you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing it becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things that you can work on. It's so much more encouraging that way. It'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? It's my advice for today. There's a fly. Next is Yuri. Well done, Phoebe. Definitely improved your writing over the last few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing your writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. Now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. Guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole time it would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. It's a fun way to get to know everyone in the writing. Done some writing myself. Well, in the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important in exploring and discovering yourself. It's comforting. Why me? Well, you're so sophisticated with your writing and the most advice to share. That's so. Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to become someone whose opinion is fearsome? How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It's meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I was overthinking coming to these sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? Says, alright, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is the one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. Where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wrapped around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I stick my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. Where that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, haven't you heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request, but I suppose it's not too bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. That's Natsuki. Meh. I guess you haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I got my hopes up in the first place. Well, I don't think this one was too bad. What'd I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... Ugh. Looks like I'm in trouble. Somehow I struck a nerve, and though what I did is beyond me, I'm so done with you. So he shoves the palm of my hand back to me. Your stupid poem, if you wrote for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. So I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. So as a mind reader, I was destined to be a world of pain from the start. But this Nitsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Sayori. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Phoebe. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Just a little tired today. You want a nap or something? Oh, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Alright. Still surprised. Thought you'd be... I really thought that you'd try writing your poems the way Yuri does. Or Nitsuki. In the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? Oh no. You want to get close with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know that you sometimes put up with me, and have to sometimes put up with you. We have a wavelength or something. That's how this poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Phoebe. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody noticed this. Sayori. Probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Phoebe. Just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. Promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. We'll play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a bit early today. And tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow. Did you say something strange just now? Bit unusual, that's right. You deviated from usual catchphrase in the dressing club. Catchphrase? Catchphrase? Jeez. That's mood so weird today. Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnant air is con foreshadowing that something... That's some... terrible is... nah. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing that happens is Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck she run off to anyway? She just went to pee. Suki, please show some decency. Come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. That's so. She's alright. Seriously. Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much of you being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. Just saying. Anyway, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. Suki will be making cupcakes. We need to make a lot of them in different flavors. Challenge accepted. For myself, I'll be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, you can, guys, can we come with something for Yuri? No, it's not at all. The most talented person here, you know. And Suki's pouting too. Jeez, I can't even tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder when she's not around. Maybe the case. If I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. You should make some banner decorations and help set the atmosphere. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves Yuffie, one who's truly useless. I don't say that. In fact, Tsuki has some pretty heavy tasks to handle. Probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Could always help me out as well. I would really be appreciative of that. That's suggesting spend the weekend with one of my club members? Suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work to get you do. It's not like Monika's gonna give me a choice and shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Tsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. Calling Tsuki, you mentioned that, you would like to handle the baking on your own. You might not be around if you only make, hand out to be a nuisance, so therefore, assisting with the decorations. Never said that, or could we make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses to... What are you saying? It'd be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? So what do you think? Guys. Settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to you to decide how like to contribute. Besides, I gotten the chance to spend time with me yet, you know? She's interested in... Literally just said, surprised as well. Sorry. What should I saying, though? Jeez. Yeah. Yes. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Of course, I'm gonna go with... Sayori. I mean... It's gonna be anyone of our neighbors, and I'm not gonna say it. Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Hate us that much? No. I mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Monika! Pick me. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, but I agree with you, though. Most suitable for one person. You already have Sayori as well. It's the one who... it doesn't matter. Picking you in the first place. You're a club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't be letting any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you're guys with the ulterior motives. Excuse me. Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. It's completely false, Monika. Yeah. You have a lot of work to do, you know. It wouldn't be as good a job if you made us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to help appropriately distribute our resources. So you're gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. Technically and most logically, you help one of you two. So, guess that's what we'll do. That's where we're gonna end the stream today. With this decision. And then after that, we're gonna go down the routes for the next stream. After we do this, we're gonna go through this, we're gonna go through that, and we're gonna play through right up till the point before the thing happens. And then we're gonna pull back, gonna start some new save files, and we're gonna see what all the events are for if going down the Natsuki path or the Yuri path. Because there's some fun events there. And I'd just like to see what'll happen. And then that'll be stream 2. And stream 3, we're gonna go back to this original save file, this path, and yeah. It will be a great time. That is all for now. Hope you have a great time. See you later. Bye-bye.